Hello, everyone, and welcome to week 3 of this semester. We this week are going to be starting to look at psychoanalysis. But before we move forward, I kind of wanted to do a quick review of last week. And basically, just looking at your discussion boards and also looking at your reflections, it seems as if sort of the take-home message from last week was how important questioning can be for setting the tone and for information gathering. And so chapter 2 really talked about how we used questions to get the background of our clients and to get some information from our clients or our students. And even though every theory does not believe that background or one's history is important, almost every theory will use questioning or some sort of questioning to move the session forward. One of the things that a couple of people talked about in their reflection is sort of transitioning from asking questions to more of a focused counseling session. And that will look different for everyone. What's important, I think, is that as you work with the client more and more, you will ask less questions, and the client will start to talk more, and your questions will be more for helping the client to elaborate or helping the client to draw connections. Some suggestions that you all had were a video showing questioning techniques. And so what I've done is in week 2, I put a folder for supplemental information, and I have a video in there that shows someone only using open-ended questions, so you can kind of get an idea of how that looks. I will continue to look for stuff and add things in there, but right now that's the only thing. Another person suggested asking questions online, so potentially being able to practice this questioning technique with other students. So what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to sort of see how much information or how much interest we have in doing something like that. In your weekly reflection this week, I will have a question in there about possibly doing this, and then setting up an office hour time. And that will be a time where I will be online. You all can get online and we can talk either through chat or via discussion board. But what that will do is it will let us practice some of these theories and techniques. So I'm going to give you guys that option. And even if we only have one person who's interested in it, I'm willing to work with that person. I know that it's really hard to sort of think about what these theories look like without seeing them and without using them. And I think using them is very helpful. So I'm going to try and offer that. So look for that in your weekly reflection. This week, we are moving more towards your classic psychoanalysis. And you all have probably heard about Sigmund Freud tons of times. One of the things that he did was he completely changed the way we thought about human development and helped people to believe that there is something powerful in the talking relationship. And so the therapeutic relationship and its importance really is founded in the beauty of psychoanalysis. Now, there are a lot of people who are not do not believe purely in psychoanalysis or in also psychodynamic theory. And so even though you may not be leaning towards this, I know this often does not fit in community mental health or in schools just because of the length of time, is that I want you to be thinking about how will you use this. I know that you may not be or you may not practice psychoanalysis, but there are ways that you will use this. So how will you use it? What parts of this are useful, and how is this going to shape your thinking? I want you to really be thinking about that. And in your reflection question this week, I am going to ask you to reflect on that. As always, I'm available through email. Any questions that you have, please let me know. And I look forward to seeing your work this week. Thank you, and have a great day.